Last week on A Dream Called Meraaai, we did some serious cutting and pasting as Rocky cut Meraaai's side panels and pasted our modified heavy-duty sliders in place. We were also thrilled when a queen-size bed frame fitted perfectly into the rear of our future motorhome. This week we have a real mixed bag. Because of our bed, we have to shuffle a few things around in our kitchen area. We also look at a possible power setup in Meraaai. I stumble across an aircon in a parking lot. All this and so much more in episode 43 of A Dream Called Meraaai. Oh yes, if you are left-handed, you do not want to miss this episode. Good morning, world. It is a new week, a new day with new challenges. Meraai's got a buddy that's been moved in under roof. So you've got a modern vehicle here, and then you've got a really old bus, which we're going to modernize. I like this. Anyways, this week, we're going to be carrying on with installing our permanent bed. And something I have noticed is it looks like we might have to shuffle things around, my fridge and my cooker, because of size. Being able to change our minds as to what goes where is a real luxury at this stage, but we do need to finalize things. We have sorted out how to utilize our roof space though. Half the roof will be for solar panels, which we shall chat about later in this episode, and the other half will be a big roof rack. Our permanent queen-size bed, however, has forced a rethink. Brom and I have just been chatting because of this space issue with the bed now taking up a little bit more room than I'd anticipated. So what we're going to do now is, where I was going to put the fridge and my little sink, here we'll put the cooker now. Then we'll move the fridge, which is a lot longer, here, which is where the cooker and the little oven was going to go. And we'll run the fridge long ways inside, so it'll go 720 mils inside, and I think it's 45 wide. Now the passenger seat's going to come here sometime, and it's going to be quite a big mama as well. I'm looking at air suspension seats. So now we have the front section of our future motorhome sorted. Or not. Have you ever heard one of those little episodes where you wake up at 3:30 in the morning and you can't go back to sleep and you start to think? I realized that by moving the fridge, we now could not have front seats that pivoted, giving access to the rear. Something I had planned all along. Not a train smash though. And the other thing was the roof rack. We're going to put on this huge big roof rack, and suddenly I realized, oh, well then where does the aircon go? So the roof rack's going to have to be a lot smaller. I also had grand plans to incorporate the awning into Meraai's roof, mainly for aesthetics, as I did not want a bulky tube mounted on the side of Meraaai. Now the problem is that roof is going to be pretty high. So somebody has to climb up there, unclip the thing, then to wind it out and put it just becomes a big mission of scrambling around the roof when I'm not as agile as the monkey that I used to be. I found a company based in Mossel Bay that will make me a 4.5 meter awning, and it comes in a black aluminium cover that will look pretty cool on the side of Meraaai. One thing I am learning, and learning really fast, is just how quickly costs build up. If there's one bit of advice I can give anybody who's doing a total rebuild like we are, that is shop around. Keep shopping around. It's an absolute pain, but it can literally save you tens of, if not hundreds of thousands by the time you finish your build. If one is alert, you will find leads to motorhome equipment all over the place. I was walking across the parking lot as I was on my way to Checkers, and I saw a Vito with a Harac aircon or Harac logo on it. So I took that picture, phoned the guys. Today I paid for my aircon, and it's an inverter aircon which suits my power consumption, so I'm very happy. And a few mouse clicks and I had ordered a jack for Meraaai. A piece of essential equipment arrived today. Take a lot and I becoming big mates, and it's this baby. Yeah, a high lift jack. The guys have to weld sort of jack points onto the chassis, so I just must drop this off. It is heavy, man. However, even shopping around does have its challenges. I'm in the process of ordering seats. And the guy I'm dealing with asked me quite a few questions about access to the controls on the side, when you reach down and to adjust the seats. And then I thought about Mariki, because Mariki is left-handed. And left-handed people have quite a hard time of it. And the first thing that comes to mind, because I've seen it with Mariki, is scissors. You've got to buy scissors for left-handed people. And then what about these things where you swipe your credit card? So there's a lot of things that left-handed people really sickle with. But I found a few things that are for left-handed people, and it will make a huge difference to their lives. Check at this. Right-handed, all good. And if you're left-handed, voila! Look at that, with the left hand, a door handle. I have saved the best for last. Check here. That is for a right-handed person. Huh? Now, to make it for a left-handed person, all you do is there, and voila! Yeah, just a few cool little things that I thought I would share with you. And in the motoring industry, left-handed, right-handed thing, it's a big thing, hey? Changing gears, turning your key on. This is serious stuff, people, serious stuff. Remember this camper that pitched up at East Coast Scratch and Dent? Well, it belongs to Clinton. And Clinton has a company that installs power systems into motorhomes, among other things. I asked him what power system I should look at for Meraaai.
So we're probably going to go with 2 or 3 solar panels, 400 or 500 watt panels, just depending what space we've got. That's going to go down to a charge controller, to a bank of lithium batteries. I definitely recommend lithium. Then to an inverter to power your AC loads, and everything will be fully automated. So when you get to a caravan park and you plug in, the inverter will sense that you've plugged into Eskom power and run everything automatically from Eskom. Then as soon as you disconnect, it'll switch over to battery power. The inverter will kick in and then carry on running all the loads.
Clinton has mailed me a few quotes and I'm in shock, getting heart palpitations. The quotes range from just over 80,000 to 128,000. I think at this stage it's quite important to say we had sort of a budget, for this project, but we actually don't. We also don't have the money. It's not like we had funds in a kitty and this is what we're going to use. As income comes in, we're spending it on Meraaai, and that's Mariki and myself. And that's how we're doing it. So when you get smacked with a huge quote, it's like, boom, how are we going to do this? And because we don't know anything about it, I've got no point of reference. That is why I am chuffed to be able to ask for advice on the many social media platforms that are available for people like us who went insane and decided to build a motorhome from scratch. See you next week. Remember to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We are also on Twitter. You will find us under A Dream Called Meraaai. Until next time, keep safe and keep your dreams alive.